but like we've had all these like prominent female actresses like in the Star Wars universe,
Yeah, yeah.
or even in Disney as of late, dude. I mean, look, Echo, She-Hulk. I mean, granted, we'll kind of sweep She-Hulk under the rug a little bit, but Echo looks hard as fuck, though, dude.
Yeah,
Hard.
I mean, even going back to it, you have like Scarlett Johansson in the movie, like what was it?
Black Widow.
Yeah, well, no, that other movie that she did a while back where she was
Lucy?
like in hyper intelligence.
Oh, Lucy.
And then like Salt, and then like the Terminator 2 chick. Like, dude, there's always been prominent female
Yeah,
characters.
dude. And even the chick who plays Bo-Katan, she was in Battlestar Galactica.
That's
And
right.
she was like the head female lead there.
Yeah, she's awesome, dude. And she was in that Chronicles of Riddick movie.
Yeah,
That
gangster.
was badass. Sunday. Welcome back to the Average Boys podcast. It's your boy Crispy, and I am here by my second seat co-pilot of this crazy starship, the Average Boys podcast, with my boy Trigger. Trigger, how you doing, my man? Long time.
Dude, I know, man. It's been about 3 weeks. I know that I was gone last week. I actually had a private event party, New Year's Eve party for my bar. So all friends and family of the staff and owners and stuff like that, we were there. We brought hors d'oeuvres and we brought food, and then we popped fireworks and stuff like that, dude. And it was, yeah, man. And like we're hanging out at a bar, and then we like moved somewhere else, and dude, we were just having a whole bunch of fun. And honestly, it was very, very much needed. All of the owners have been like longtime friends, and I'm still kind of like relatively the new guy in the staff, and so it was a good way for me to like bro down with like a lot of their family who don't know me, because I see them all the time. I mean, I'm there, hell, I don't know, 5 days a week, and they're there almost as long, so yeah.
In the comment section, good to see you. Good to see you.
Hello, sweetheart. And yeah, and so yeah, man, like I said, dude, we were just hanging out, and honestly, that was like the one day where I was kind of like, yeah, man, I'm really not gonna be there.
Oh, it's all good. Brian too. Brian right now, what an exciting time. He's at the Cowboys game. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I know, man.
I was like, damn, dude, he's probably having a fucking great time. So shout out to Brian.
Dude, I saw him. I saw on his like Instagram reel or Instagram story that he's like drinking right now. Yeah, he's at the stadium and stuff like that. And I was just like, bro, I'm sure homie's turnt right now, dude.
I was gonna say, like, in my entire life, dude, I've never been to like a professional like football or baseball or anything. I think I've been like a hockey game or whatever, but like that's so different from all those other sports.
Killer Bees don't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count, right? It doesn't count. Yeah,
the Vipers don't count.
Shit, man, that was not count. So no, I've never been to an event at all, dude. Never been to it at all.
I've been to basketball, baseball, and football. Like those are.
I've only been to UTPA, UTRGV events, dude. So broke ass Mexican dude from the valley. Only been to like small stuff, but get it, man. So cool. I was just super happy. I know Brian's like a huge Cowboys fan.
Oh, so yeah, dude, die hard, bro. Yeah, like I still remember. What was it like? Well, yeah, like one of our last shows, he was just like not even in the conversation. He was like, "Yo, man, y'all gotta hurry this up. All right, kickoff's coming. All right, hurry."
Oh, man, dude, fucking great, dude. That's fantastic. Yeah. For me, it's been pretty cool. We just doing our local stuff. We had UCX this past week. It was pretty good. And yeah, man, just getting ready. We have Gamers Expo. We have a lot of stuff coming up in the pipe. So just getting ready for some cool stuff, dude. Like,
dude, speaking of Gamers Expo, dude, I would love to have another LAN party go on again.
Like a Ninja LAN and stuff?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that'd be really interesting, man. I mean,
because as it is, like I have a new build that I'm going to start doing pretty soon, and that shut the fuck up. We them boys. And
It's such a law breaking thing. If it's such a crime for Brian not to be here to say that,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, no, I have a new build that like I'm thinking about doing pretty soon, and dude, this one's gonna be a monster ass build, and like for
by chance, did you ever get the one that you like left? Remember upstate?
Yeah, man.
Okay,
yeah.
You did good shit. I was like, I never know you got it back.
I got it back. I want to say about 2 weeks after I moved.
Good shit. I was like, that was like an average boys Easter egg right there. Like,
yeah, dude, and I
got that shit back, dude.
I like when I did that. I remember unpacking all of my stuff, right? And I was like, oh, hell yeah, dude. Computer's the last things to go. Hell yeah. And then what ends up happening, I'm like, who brought my computer down? Because I didn't move it. I was like, did you put it in the car? And he was like, no. And then I'm like,
computer just left up in fucking
$10,000. Yeah, dude, $10,000. And so, I was like, oh my God. And so I had called my sister. I'd FaceTime my sister. And so I'm just like, Mia, please, blah, blah, blah. Like, you need to go downstairs and I need you to see if I left something down there. She's like, you didn't leave Pidge, did you? And I was like, no, something a little bit more important.
Dog and shit.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I would have killed myself, dude. And so she like comes down. So she's like, what have you possibly left? And she like turns the corner. She like, oh, you're stupid.
Shout out to Mia.
Yeah.
But straight up, yeah, man. Good that you got your computer back. I didn't even know that. But yeah, 2023 was an interesting year. It's the first time I've got you on the podcast since 2024. It's good to have you back. Good on the bar scene. Good on, getting everything back in running order and maintaining. And here we are back in 2024. We got some cool stuff going on. I would like to get your run in if you got to see Rebel Moon after all.
I did. Yes.
I want to get that on you. Someone told me today an anime that dropped recently. They got the first one out, which is self-leveling or solo leveling or something. Oh
my God, I love it.
Amazing.
Dude, it's cool.
Academia is making good moves. Jujutsu Kaisen is probably one of the greatest animes in history of all times right now. What's up, David? Good to see you in the comments. My dude, good to see you, my man. Good to see you, my man.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this right now, dude. Like, if you like, JJK is pretty much Game of Thrones. It's pretty much Game of Thrones as an anime. So if you are connected or attached to any character, don't be. Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, everybody's on the chopping block, man. Except
you. Ain't
nobody
safe.
When Toji died with a fucking clap, boogie woogie. Boogie was my boy, man. But he went out like a G though.
Yeah, dude, that was gangster though, dude. Yeah. Like nobody has gone out like Toji either time.
Dude, I need to get a necklace like him that opens up and has like some random friend of mine and just some J-pop star like on the other side. It's gonna be like fucking Ivan Slaughter from Prevail or Slaughter the Prevail.
Oh, Alex the Terrible.
I'm gonna have him on one side and then like I don't know, just some random on my other side. I got a good amount of my fighters getting ready. We're gonna hopefully be on Texas Clash in March. It's an amateur card. I got a couple of my guys getting ready. I have one of my boys, Edgar Roman. This kid has been with me since he was 8 years old, and now he's a grown man, and he's an animal, dude. He's gonna be such an interesting cat to watch. He's a good fighter. I can't wait. Danny, whoa, man, so many of the old schools coming in today. Daniela, good to see you. Thank you for jumping in the comment section. So good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you. But yeah, man, 2024 looking pretty sharp, my man. 2024 looking pretty sharp. Now we are going in. We got some news that we're going to be covering. We got some great conversational pieces we got. First off, I want to hit it off pretty well, pretty solid. Triggs, have you heard about? Oh, you know what? Real quick. Give me your base on Rebel Moon, man.
Okay, I understand why everyone is super mad at that movie. I get it, dude. But I'm going to tell you this first thing. When the first time I saw it, I was like obliterated. All right. And I was like, I don't know what everyone's so mad at. This movie's fucking awesome. And then I saw it, and then I've tried to see it sober twice. I still can't get through it.
It's hard. Yeah,
it's hard. And I'm like, got it. I got it. But don't get me wrong. The last fight at the very, very end is cool. Like, I was looking at some behind the scenes stuff, and apparently like the teeth scene, like where she like knocks his teeth out and stuff like that. Well, like apparently like
She really hit him or something?
No. Like the guy, he grabbed teeth and he would like dice throw them. And so it took like 14 takes to get that just right.
Oh,
where
man.
they were, yeah. And
That
so like
reminds
that's
me
like
of
the only piece of stuff that I have.
And shit, right?
Yeah.
That reminds me of fucking Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire and the catching.
Oh yeah, where it took him like 300 takes.
Why, dude?
Yeah.
But I guess, Zach. Yeah, for me it was casually the same way. It took me 3 times to really watch it. The first time I fell asleep. The second time I fell asleep a little bit later, and then the last time I got through it, but I can't remember the ending, so I guess I fell asleep at the ending. I can't remember when the guy with the antlers like picks his hands up in the cornfield. Like I can't fathom that idea. I was like, that guy got antlers? Where'd that come from? So I'm like, I guess I crashed out at that part too. So,
yeah, dude. Like, because like, yeah, at the very end, like they like land back at the village, right? And they're like, we're gonna build an army, and like the machine who like killed that guy, he's like, yeah, he has antlers now.
Yeah, I was like, okay, all right. This guy went on his own fucking.
But it's like the dumbest shot ever. Like it's like the weirdest shot ever, where it's like,
well, it's Zack Snyder. So I always tell people what Zack Snyder does really well is he makes movies based on Windows 98 like wallpapers. So,
yeah,
like,
but Windows 98 went hard though. So
yeah, dude, everything was a wallpaper scene. Like that was it, and that was it. He had the rule of third. There was some shit in the background. Everything looks clean. The ground is a color, and this guy takes up the side where your files aren't. It never fails. It always takes up the side where your files are not on this side, and that was it. Like the movie was okay. The female lead was badass. I think she did an amazing job. The actress did really well.
Yeah, Sophia Boutella.
Yeah, they brought fucking what's his face, Ray Fisher back, fucking Cyborg himself, and then he died like in the weirdest way possible. Let me take a fucking airplane down with a spear, and then he missed. But I was like, okay, Zack
right,
Snyder,
dude. And like all I thought was like, hey man, you kind of did that for like nothing.
That was theatrical performance. I was like, dude, you could have shot the dude, man. Like, why did you just shoot the guy in the cockpit? Why'd you need to get up and lance him? You could have just stood up and shot your gun at him. Same effect, more, I don't know, safer.
Because shooting's for pussies.
The only other thing that fucking got me was look, through and through, it's just a regular business. So to me, it doesn't feel like a Star Wars movie. There's very little that kind of feels like that hero Star Wars journey, the Musashi Miyamoto, Seven Samurai kind of shit going on, right? Magnificent Seven, or Magnificent Eight, or whatever that cowboy movie was back in the day, where they had to get skilled soldiers to come and defend like a small village, right?
Yeah.
The one thing that I got from all the different classifications was I feel this is closer to Warhammer.
No,
than it is like
no.
the way that they have, it's like,
Warhammer is
like, how do you explain like Nazis in space with like straight up real Nazi outfits when everybody else is wearing like robes and garments? You know what I mean? And it's like, well, that's because
Attack on Titan.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, yeah, that's then you would just say that's a Gundam show. That's just a mech TV show. You know,
I would love a mech TV show.
Yeah, Attack on Titan, I swear to God, is a mech show.
Dude, no, it's not. Don't say
it
that.
is. It's 100%.
No, it's not.
What is a mech anime?
I mean, I know what a mech anime is, but don't ever tarnish Gundam.
Is a mech anime. It's even a classification of a special species of human that gets in a special armored vehicle that can drive it better than anyone else. And the people that they are about, they are all oppressed by the other people because they think they're demons or they think they're evil and they want to wipe them off of the planet. That's Gundam. That's 100% Gundam.
Yeah, except for the main character doesn't become like some like weird genocide having crazy person.
That's what happens in Evangelion.
Yeah, but that's not Gundam.
It's a mech anime. It's a mech anime.
See, but Evangelion, I will give a mech anime.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think Attack on Titan is just a meat suit. It's just what we are. We're just meat suits. Our brains drive us. So
that's like saying Avatar is a mech anime because, you know, different meat suits. Come on, dude.
All right. I would consider that. That's a good ploy. It's a good ploy. Avatar meat anime.
Yeah. There you go, dude.
That reminds me. Did you see the trailer for Gundam? The live action?
Whoa, no, I haven't.
That looks fucking good. That looks really good. Okay, but I like digressing back. The only Rebel Moon that fucking pissed me off was there was a scene she walks off the aircraft and she throws her cape over her and it like slow-mos. And then it's just her walking down the thing. I was like, bitch, you didn't have to do that. Like, stop filling up time, asshole. Like, stop slowing down random steps, and that's it.
Dude, that was another thing that I hated. that is specifically where they would like.
And you want to know what? There was a part of me that hated it.
I was like, dude, chill out with the 300 shit.
Yeah.
Chill out with the 300 shit.
Stop.
Yeah, dude,
Stop.
we get it.
That's very a particular thing that they did in Metal Gear. That's the way they do their fight scenes in Metal Gear. Also, they stop it like right.
Yeah, but that's way different because like the the camera also pans around okay, specifically in Metal Gear Solid 4 where he's doing the CQC. Well, after the following mission, remember that like 20-minute following mission that you have to do, and like he like CQCs everybody, and but like he's bringing them the round, but like but and like it would slow mo, but like it would follow him and it would pan around, and it wasn't just a stationary shot where he's moving through, and like that's why I was like, dude, this looks fucking sick, dude.
Yeah. The only other thing that really made me upset, which a lot of people didn't get, is the sliding scene with the girl when she slides under into the
I knew you were gonna get mad at that. Bro, I knew you were gonna get mad at that.
You know,
like I said, I saw that and I was like, dude, I can hear Chris yelling now, dude.
Do you know how long she has to slide a football field to get past that spaceship that's landing? Like the gap of slide that she has to do is the length of a football field. It's huge.
Dude, do you know that the speeding scene in whatchamacallit, Fast and the Furious is like 200 miles long?
Oh, dude, I never fuck with Fast and the Furious, dude. That's too wild for me, dude. That dude took his kid down a bridge once, dude.
Yeah, dude. You remember the big old AC 130, taking off, dude. That's like a 200 mile long runway, dog.
Dude. But you expect that from Fast and the Furious. You know what I mean? You expect that.
Yeah, well, we're also in space. But Zack Snyder in space, dude. I mean,
but to me, overall, dude, you know what? I didn't feel like it was that bad. Not as bad.
Honestly, dude, I had fun with it. Like, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I had fun with it. It was cool. Visually, it is gorgeous. Crazy, yeah, it's beautiful. Gorgeous. Man. Some of the cinematography there is beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful.
I feel like it's okay to be cynical with it, but we don't know and not only that, he's coming up with part 2, like literally like in a couple months.
Yeah. It comes out in April.
It's not even gonna.
Yeah, it comes out. Actually, it comes out the day after my birthday. I think it comes out the 19th.
Yeah. So like it's crazy because of the fact that they're giving it to us pretty. Like I mean, Zack Snyder's going to deliver. The only thing that I kind of despised was that he was saying that the director cuts like a whole other movie, and I was like, come on, man, don't do that now. Like
I know, I saw that. I was like, dude, I guarantee you, if we get that, like at the very end, it's going to be restore the Snyderverse.
Yeah, restore the Snyderverse.
10 out of 10 would see that happen. If he did that, I would be like, take it. But as it is, I mean, Netflix has already said that they would buy it up. Like that if they could.
If there's anything cool about this that I really appreciate is that Zack Snyder's going out there and trying to create something new, totally on his own, working with Netflix, not going for like the big two, not going to Warner Brothers or to Disney, trying to bank on them or whatever it is they have. Like he tried to approach Star Wars with a different story of a different timeline or something, and they denied it. And he was like, okay, I'm going to do it on my own. He's not a writer. We all know Zack Snyder's really bad at writing. He's not a little bit weak. But we know that he can make cinematography and he can make that work for visuals.
See, and that's actually another thing that I have been kind of cynical on. And at first I wasn't as much, right? And it's not necessarily the dialogue, but it's the delivery of dialogue. Yeah. Like there are times where I feel like the scene is very forced. And so like, yeah, there are times where I'm like, where it's like she's like packing her stuff. And it's like, I'm not going to die here on a world with the rest of you and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
and I'm like, was that really the line though? Like, is that the line?
Acting.
Yeah. Like, I was like, that was the line, dude. Like that's the delivery of the line.
The only other thing that I heard that was kind of wonky that a lot of people were upset with was the campfire scene when she kind of like just disperses her whole history. Right, like that. A lot of people were saying that it was long-winded. Like they give the whole thing. They could have given us more, but I thought that was very reminiscent to Sucker Punch.
I agree, but in Sucker Punch, you got snippets. Yeah, in every dream scene, you got a little bit more out of her, and I think that's kind of what people would have referred to in this movie, and I would have been okay with that. don't get me wrong. Very much like yourself. Sometimes I kind of just want my burger and fries. All right, like give it to me. Yeah. All right. So a lot of people think that she's the princess, like that the princess didn't die, that she's actually the princess.
The blondie, right? The girl at the village.
Yeah, that she's the princess. And dude, there's already like IMDb's like saying that she is.
Yeah, like there's
and I'm just like, dude, there's no effing way. Because I remember like when I woke up out like that next day, after being like annihilated, I was like, wait, did I fucking miss something?
Yeah,
she's the princess. And so that's why I rewatched it, and I was like, oh, this is hard.
I think writing wise, it'd be a little too on the cheek, right? Like,
right?
It'd be too delivered.
Yeah.
But then again, that would be Zack Snyder playing it safe for like a typical Star Wars movie, right? That's equivalent to the way it was with Star Wars. Leia was
but that was in the 70s.
That was in the 70s though. Like
that was 50 years ago, dude. Yeah. Like
storytelling has organically changed to be more complex. Joanna, thank you very much. Appreciate you. I'm gonna try my best this year. We got like some cool cosplays coming up for, of course, South Texas Comic Con. Shout out to Ramsey Ramirez. We love you, buddy. So can't wait. Gonna build some crazy stuff. I'm gonna.
Dude, honestly, man, I would love to have Ramsey come to the bar and talk to my guys, because like they are fiending to talk to Ram.
Nice, dude. What's up, man? What do you guys got?
Dude, you gotta remember, man. Like two out of the four of us are closet nerds. Like me, like I'm a huge nerd, and then Sledge is a big old nerd himself, dude.
Yeah, I'll tell you
big
what,
nerd.
Triggs. Let's have like a gentleman's night for Dungeons and Dragons there, dude.
Dude.
Let's do like cigars.
Dude, don't even fucking play with me, dude, because I like if you could make that happen.
I'll make it happen.
We'll talk off screen.
Make that happen.
Well, yeah, we'll talk off screen, but if you can put 15 people into my bar, guaranteed RSVP'd, I will figure out a way to private night it for you.
Yo, let's roll that shit.
On like a Tuesday or Wednesday night. Mm-hmm. I'll figure out a way to private night it for you.
Yo, straight. We'll make it work. I guarantee. Yeah, we'll make it work. I'll make some calls, man. We're gonna make it happen. I'm gonna call that Magalano guy or whatever, dude.
With that being said, bro, now you actually do need to come to the bar, because that we're gonna have to like logistically talk about.
Sure. That'd be cool, like a badass. Like, can you imagine like a gentleman's club versions of Dungeons and Dragons? Just
dude,
do you know what I mean? Like all of us top hats and fucking like
dude, hell yeah, man.
I'll fucking throw some fucking
forget about it.
Fisticuffs. I'm gonna fisticuffs.
It's a fugazi.
Yeah. Let's play this motherfucker. Oh, that would be so fucking fantastic. Yeah. Okay. So let's jump in. Okay. So Rebel Moon, we got. What would you give it rating? I mean, let's go 1 out of 10.
Dude, honestly, man, like a soft 6 out of 10.
Yeah. Chill. Yeah. It's the same low for me. Like mid. It's mid.
Yeah. That's a really good way to put it, dude.
You know what? I guarantee the second film will kind of justify it. I kind of feel like he's going to listen to what people are saying. He's like, all right. I'll do better or whatever. Like, let me get some real writers.
That's the thing, dude. I think he's probably like mid, like I'm pretty sure he's in post development right now.
Oh, straight. Yeah. Guarantee.
Like,
yeah, I think he'll kill part 2. I think part 2 will come in, and that's going to really like either give us like the good or the hell no. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to be the make or break, the middle ground.
No, yeah, I completely agree. Completely agree.
All right. You know, I thought it was real crazy with the situation with that dude from Sons of Anarchy. His character was just like one and gun. Dude, you know what I mean? Like,
did not see that coming.
Yeah, no.
That to me was a saving grace to the movie. I was like, dude, no, he's like a triple agent right now. He's a triple agent right now. He's gonna fuck everyone over again. Yeah, and then boom! I was like, oh, it happened. No, wait, did it really happen? Oh my god! No, I was about it, dude.
Straight up ass, man. So, but it was one of those things like for them to kill off a character that early, like in the first film of that prestige, because I think that guy's, he holds his own films. And he does very well. And he's a big name. So like for them to kill him off, I'm kind of like, all right, Anthony Hopkins is a robot. And we got, we had the dude from that black guy, the one that's always playing gladiators and shit. Like I love that guy.
Jaimin Onshu or something like that.
Guy, yeah. Dude. Whatever he's in, Papa Midnight. That's all I know is he's fucking Papa Midnight to me all the time.
Not in my house.
Yeah. Not in my house. But straight up, dude. Okay, onwards. 6 out of 6. If you guys get a chance, go check out Rebel Moon. Tell us what you think. Hit us up in the comment section. Let us know if you fall asleep. How many times? High score. So far, it's been me.
Or 3 where times. You fell asleep.
Yeah, where you fell asleep and tell us how you fell asleep. And if it was a good night's rest, because maybe, dude, maybe Rebel Moon's not supposed to be a movie. It's supposed to be a sleep melatonin or something. Maybe that's what it is. It's supposed to be a sleep aid. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe you're supposed to watch it when you're blackout.
Right, when you're fucking ready to go to sleep. I can't sleep. Onwards to the regular topics. We're going to be covering 5 topics today. Of course, I put a list on them. We're going to be starting with the first one. First is...
I work at the Still Tap. It's a speakeasy bar on Sherry over in Mission. It's next to... Yeah, it is next to Taboo. Kind of close to Suerte. Somewhat close to about a half a mile away from the expressway.
Nice. Good shit. Still Tap. Go check it out. It's super worth it. Super nice club. Here we go. Onwards to the first conversation. Mickey Mouse is now public domain. What do we got to expect to that? Triggs, what is your take on Mickey Mouse becoming a public access? Now anybody can use it, of course, to a certain aspect. But what's your take on it, man?
So with it being public domain, we've actually already kind of seen somebody already kind of take the public domain of it and start utilizing on it. There's already a Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse horror movie, kind of like the fucking Winnie the Pooh shit. Yeah, another Blood and Honey. They're gonna do that with Mickey Mouse.
So how do you feel about that? Because that's like the first thing that everybody clamors at, the bastardization of the character, right? We talked about
congratulations. People have been wanting to do it for like 100 years or something like that. Yeah, so congratulations is gonna happen now. Like honestly, I don't really know what to expect. And for me, it's not like it's not so like, I'm not going to say important, but it's not so like the gravitas isn't there for me because like I don't run my fucking life around Steamboat Willie or Mickey Mouse.
That's like a super random,
like for me, my only care or like my only worry / concern is going to be like, how does this affect Kingdom Hearts going forward? Because Kingdom Hearts is still going.
Willie's character was a prominent character in the Kingdom Hearts series, right?
Mickey Mouse, Mickey
Mouse, the colored version with the white gloves. This is Steamboat Willie. He didn't have white gloves. He was just black and white. But like that character did have a world in Kingdom Hearts and in certain IPs and stuff like that, right? So like even
he was the basis behind Cuphead. Like look at Cuphead, dude, and yeah, I mean, dude, the guy's been around, like, right? Steamboat Willie, Mickey Mouse, all of that. It's been there for fucking like 100 years, dude. Walt Disney. And even then, like, people don't even know Walt Disney's full name. You hear Disney, what do you think of the mouse ears? What do you think of Disneyland and stuff like that? Like, if you say what's Disney's name, Disney, not Walt Disney, and so like it's a thing where you're kind of like, dude, like, I'm not gonna say it's like a thing lost to time. It kind of is, but it kind of isn't. But it's just one of those things, dude, where you're like, I mean, what are they really gonna do with it? Like, what is this really
IP right now?
Yeah, like what's really like what is Mickey Mouse Steamboat really gonna be doing?
Joanne says, what do y'all think they would make Mickey?
Dude, apparently there's already a fucking poster out for this. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, there is a film that it's like a super like below B-rated movie.
Yeah, dude, it's like a fucking student project at this point.
It's pretty
like a film student's project. Like, yeah, let me see if I can let me see if I can bring this up, dude. Yeah.
If you want to, I think I can bring it up on split screen. Can you split screen on yours or no? Does it let you? Does it let you share your screen?
Should.
Yeah, I think it should give you the option in the bottom of the app, right? Should be under present.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, someone is making a horror version of Steamboat Willie.
Get the fuck out of here!
And I guarantee it's like one of the 19 now. It's gonna be like super like lost in.
Okay, so this is like what I'm getting. This isn't like anything crazy.
Okay, here we go. I'm about to put it up. Add to the stage.
This is essentially what we're seeing. Right?
And that's the equivalent to that freaking
the Blood and Honey movie, dude.
The Blood and Honey, the massive dumbest shit.
This is the one that like I remember seeing, right? Like this Steamboat Willie stuff. Dude. Yeah. This is the poster that I remember seeing.
I saw that one today.
Yeah. So I don't like, keep in mind, guys, I don't exactly know, like, what the see, dude? Like, I don't exactly know how legit any of this is yet.
Yeah,
but like, you know, like there's already the comparisons and stuff. So this is what I say, like, take everything with a huge grain of salt. Yeah. Supposedly it's coming because now, yes, he is public domain.
Can you imagine this? Like that's like straight to Laserdisc or 8-track or whatever. Like, you imagine?
Yeah, dude, that should be like the $5 DVD like clearance, you know, bin that you see at Walmart or like at the gas station. That's where that should be.
But like Steamboat Willie, like it's supposed to be Mickey Mouse, isn't it? Or is it like a whole other person?
I think they're separate entities. I think they were just like readapted.
No, that's true. Yeah, because now we have colored Mickey with all the red shorts, the gloves. But I always thought it was the same character, just grown up or whatever. But
now apparently there is a character before Steamboat Willie. Like it
was something the mouse, wasn't it? It was I remember that too. It had and he had a whole different name. So yeah, I remember that too. But yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I guess it's like a cash grab, right?
Yeah,
people are going to jump at this opportunity. But what the cool part is the understanding is now that this character is public domain, it across the board, anyone can use this in at least the fashion that is presented in Steamboat Willie. So out there, if you're a creator and you're wanting to create something with this character, please do your due diligence. Look up the copyright. Look up what it means to be in public domain. Look at how far you can go, because I guarantee you right now, all the Disney attorneys are like salivating at the mouth to sue whoever fucks up first. Like, I can guarantee that because they're still trying to protect their name. So you guys just be careful out there. That's a crazy thing to do. So if you're out there making horror Steamboat Willie movies, just be careful.
Yeah, dude,
that's super wild, man. I think that's so crazy. But onwards to the next part of the conversation, because we only have an hour and a half, hour maybe. Onwards to the next part, which kind of brings us into more of the stuff that we're more about, which is, of course, the next part of the conversations are going to deal with Marvel. And then, of course, Star Wars. We'll be talking about Star Wars a little bit later, which is something we're all passionate about, which is, I hope you stay on the show. So thank you guys for tuning in, whoever's with us right now. But first part of the conversation is Steven Yeun leaves the Thunderbolts movie, the project that's happening. He was supposed to be playing a pretty prominent character. Me and Trigger were talking about this off camera. People in the comment section, how do you feel about Steve Yeun leaving Thunderbolts? And Triggs, I'm going to ask you, man, how do you feel about the person Steve Yeun leaving this, and what do you think the purpose was?
Honestly, from what I've heard, that this happened almost entirely because of the writer's strike or the actor's strike. Right. So like, one, the actor's strike lasted a really long time.
Yeah.
Two, it threw off the scheduling for a lot of projects. Uh-huh. So honestly, I'm not at all surprised that this happened. Like, I'm not surprised that it happened. I just don't like that it happened. Okay. Steve Yeun being Sentry, to me, he left. He was not removed. No, he walked away. But and I have a little bit more on that as well. Like, I just did not see him as the Sentry. I thought, don't get me wrong, I thought he would have played a beautiful, beautiful character for the Sentry. But I just didn't see him as that. A lot of people didn't see RDJ as, as Iron Man, or Chris Evans as Captain America. So, I mean, perceptions can change. But the thing is that, like, he also understands that he may have burnt bridges at Marvel. And he put out a statement saying that, like, basically, thank you very much for having me. I am stepping away for XYZ reason. If I was given another chance, I would immediately jump at it. I'm not going to say who I would play, because the people who ask for what they want, they never get it. If I ever get that offer for this particular character, I'm on it, but this, that, and the other, you know what? And shut the fuck up.
Get around,
Biggie,
dude.
why you gotta
Like,
say that, dude? Why
he
you
saw the
gotta be
Marvel
like that?
stuff and didn't want to be another Jonathan Majors.
Yeah,
Just
dude.
messing. Oh man.
But like I said, man, you know, like I think he had a lot of tact in the way that he left. I think he had a super mature way of leaving, and I respect him and his like his way of doing at it. And yeah, dude,
Shit, that looks like Trigger gave him a part.
gave him the parts. She
From what I heard, there was a lot of scheduling problems too. He had other projects he was working on, and
that's what I mean, dude. Like the SAG, like the whole SAG strike. Like, dude, you got to remember, like people had commitments for very specific things,
and then it got put on hold.
Yeah, and the Marvel project, like unless it's under development, you kind of have to schedule around a Marvel project.
Yeah, if I'm not, mistaken,
unless you're Marshala Ali and like you're just waiting in perpetual fuckery for Blade to come out,
or
even actually, start.
If I'm not mistaken, they're going into production this coming week, and it wasn't working with Steve Young's schedules around other stuff that had been pushed aside for the writer's strike. But you know, I voiced my opinion on it very much that I didn't like the casting for Steve Young for the Century. And it wasn't based on the aspect of like, I don't think that he could have pulled it off. I love Steve Young. I think he's a great actor. What he's doing with Invincible and you know, all the other stuff that he sees is like, oh yeah, it's a black Stanley Cup, not the pink one though, right? No, it's like it's one of the towel, like it's a big gallon. I always drink from this thing. I always try to get a gallon down, but I'm ready to throw down like the iced tea or what's that fucking Long Island iced tea lemonade or whatever.
Oh yeah, the Arnold Palmer's, dude.
Arnold Palmer, yeah, dude.
Arnie Palmer's.
I wasn't a big fan of the idea of him playing the role because of the fact that it wasn't the fact that it's like, oh, an Asian guy can't play this the Century, right? The thing is there's a trope behind the character that I truly believe, which was that the Century was supposed to portray like that Supermanish, like godly, like you can't touch character, you know what I mean? And then deep down inside, this character has this like evil demon that can destroy the entire world, and him in all his glory and factor of strength, like he fears this in him that he doesn't want to help people because he's afraid that it's going to get out. So like it's almost like a tarnished version of Superman. And I truly believe that was meant to be played by an Anglo character based on that trope, that stereotype. I do believe that there's
you're a racist. You're a racist.
But you could see that, right? Like you could see where they were like, okay, cool. Like the Century being like the Marvel's version of Superman. Superman's like, everyone hates him because he's the Boy Scout. He's like the perfect being. And he's like, of course, an Anglo character. You know, he's been prominent, you know, what, blonde hair, blue eyes. Well, not blonde hair, blue eyes, but like, you know, the ideal of what superheroes
in the comics, yeah, he blonde hair, blue eyes, my guy.
No, the Century was not Superman, though. I was talking about Superman.
Oh, Superman, yeah, no, he's always
supposed to follow that trope, right? Like that's like what makes Hyperion such a cool character. That's what made Superman so crazily cool in the Injustice series. Is they made him Homelander. Like you took this idea of like the ideal perfect trademark character, and then you turn it and you flip it, you bastardize it, and people love that kind of shit. And that was the Century. He was this golden age superhero that popped off out of nowhere, and then you find out that, you know, he fucking murders people when he sleeps because the void takes over his body or whatnot. You know what I mean? It's a really like harsh story. And I feel like if you were to take that and give it to Steven Yeun and then you turn him into the villain, you're just making an Asian Superman the villain, which is the first time they get their Asian Superman. You know what I mean? Why would you want to do that to that? Take that to the white guy. Like let the white guy have that shit. You know what I mean? Like Steve Yeun can play that Superman in the DC universe, the Asian one with what's he called? You know what I'm talking about? The red.
Yeah.
He's a badass Superman. They have him right now in a multiversal Superman story, and he's doing like good shit. He's doing really good shit, but that's like off subject in DC. But yeah, I just, you know, as a matter of fact, I just recently heard that they're in terms to talk to Ryan Gosling coming into the Marvel universe. I think
dude, honestly, like if anyone doesn't think that Ryan Gosling isn't a action star, you're either kidding yourself or you're dumb.
Yeah, you're crazy, dude. He's amazing.
You're dumb, dude. You're dumb.
Like it's crazy because of course we've all heard the idea that they want Ryan Gosling to play Ghost Rider.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
But people are just so into it, man. Like there's that and Keanu Reeves and Norman.
I'd rather have Ken. I'd rather have Ken.
I want Ken. I want Ken in the MCU.
Yeah, dude. I think Ken would be Knuff, dude. Knuff.
He would be Knuff. I really think Ryan Gosling can pull off a pretty good Sentry. They're gonna one off him if they use him. If not, maybe they. And I want to talk about that. We're going to talk about it later, but like you and me, we've talked about this before since we're so passionate about the comics, the bromance between Thor and Hyperion and the end of the world kind of thing. That to me is like one of the most prominent things that needs to be there in the end. And I feel
it won't be, but I hope it is.
So what I think is going to happen is they're going to use the Sentry. Like, I think they're going to put the Sentry there instead of Hyperion, which I mean, all right.
They would have to.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You can see that being a thing. But we're going to talk about that later because there's another part of the story I'm kind of like iffy about, but I will see how it plays out. But Steve Yeun's character is leaving the Thunderbolts. It sucks.
Or Steve Yeun is leaving the character in the Thunderbolts.
In the Thunderbolts, yeah. The Thunderbolts is going to be going into production this coming week. So, we'll be keeping an eye out to see, and we'll let you guys know as soon as we hear what's going on. But we have heard that through rumors that the Century was supposed to be a prominent character in the story, but it's still rumors. It hasn't been confirmed. So we'll keep you guys posted. All we know is that in the summary, it talks about a technology company coming up to fight or to take over some part, like AIM or something like that. But it'll be like the Serpent Society. I think that's who they were talking about.
I mean, honestly, dude, and like I say, it's the Serpent Society because like all the leaks that we've seen has been like, the Serpent Society.
Yeah, it's still gonna be them, I bet.
Well, we also saw them in the Captain America stuff too, right?
Yeah, because if they're gonna do what I think they're gonna do with the New World Order, they're gonna make the Captain America of the regular timeline evil, not the old Captain America that went back in time, the one that stayed, that didn't have to go back in the future because it had already been changed. He will be a Hydra agent. Sam will have to fight Captain Hydra, and it'll be him in charge of the Serpent Society and Hydra, the new Hydra, since there's no shield anymore. There's no sword or whatever, you know what I mean? So it'll be interesting, Red Hulk and all that other jazz. So we'll just have to see how that all plays out. It's all up in the dark because we haven't heard anything on any of that stuff yet, which is really weird. But other than that, we'll of course be getting into the new part, which is real quick question. But did you get to see the Echo trailer?
Bro, let me tell you about the Echo trailer. Mm-hmm. I feel like we are going to get season 3 brutality of Daredevil in Echo.
Okay.
Dude, because it looks like it's gearing up for that.
Yeah. I mean, the fight scene looked pretty interesting, the one that they were hosting. I mean, it looked like it had its mixture, right? Like, it looked like an interesting kind of like Tony Jaa kind of film where like the action is high, the stunts are high. I don't feel like it was as grounded as the Netflix series, like the fighting. And I mean, that's cool because it goes for like cool, like visuals, right?
Well, not all of Daredevil was to begin with. Like there were some things that were kind of out there. And like I'm not just talking about the Bullseye stuff where he's like
bouncing shit off.
Yeah. But like where Defenders, right? Perfect example. Yeah. Where he's fighting Danny and he beats the Iron Fist with like
iron off of that.
Yeah, like mid diffs Iron Fist. Bro. Yeah. And I'm like, that really, bro? Like, just call him. I mean, like I know Daredevil's about it, dude, but like mid diffs Iron Fist.
That's funny. Yeah. No, I understand that completely.
Straight jobs Iron Fist. That
was a hard watch. That was a really hard watch.
But I have a lot of fun with it though, dude. Don't get me wrong. Like I have a lot of fun with the Defenders and like the whole like except for Jessica Jones, dude. That is season 1 is so difficult to watch. Yeah, season 1 is so hard to watch.
I will put my finger down on that. I couldn't watch past the egregious sex scene. I couldn't get past it. I just couldn't get past it. I was like, why?
Like, which one, dude? Like, which one? She has several.
One, yeah, the first one, because it was like egregiously long. Yeah, it was long. It was like, I get it. They're banging. I get it. Okay, stop. All right. And it just keeps going. And I was just like, oh, man. Just let me watch a fucking superhero movie, man.
I just wanted to see her punch people and kind of fly sometimes.
But like, I get it. Like, it made for movie or TV or whatever. But yeah, like I was watching the trailer for Echo. It looks pretty sharp. It doesn't look as grounded as Daredevil because, I mean, you and I both know this as the character for what Daredevil is. Like, he is a stand-up boxing kind of guy. Like, he's brutal when he fights. Like, he's like drag you down, bite you, fucking eat an ankle kind of guy. Like, he don't give a fuck. Like, he's hitting you with sticks. Like, he ain't trying to stab you or like, but he's pretty much Batman with no eyes. Like, that's just what it is. He's fucking you up, dude. Yeah. Like, he may not want to kill you, but that's brain damage is fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you'll live.
A hospital visit is totally okay. Yeah.
He's not gonna kill you because Batman doesn't kill, but brain damage, golden, bro. Yeah, eating through his
He's still breathing, right? He's still breathing.
He's good. I mean,
yeah.
I just made him a fucking cripple, but he's all right. I mean, he's not dead though. That's my rule.
Hey, man,
my rule.
Look, everybody likes vegetables, all right?
Everybody loves them. Vegetables are good for you.
Yeah, vegetables are good for you.
Fucking Batman, dude. But Daredevil's really like that. So like when I was watching this, I was like, okay, it's kind of bouncy. Like, it's fun. It's cool. I mean, I want to see if they're going to get it like through and through. And there's parts in the trailer where it looks like Daredevil's kind of like maybe testing Echo to see how much she's got, to see if she's like hero material. You know what I mean? But other than
that's
like,
also kind of what I want to see, because like what I'm seeing is very anti-hero-esque, like as if she's supposed to be replacing the Punisher a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, that's kind of rough though.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, fuck. I didn't even
like, I mean, like, I don't want to say it like that, but I'm gonna, you know.
Yeah, no, it's true. I get that. Because she's making the transition from working with Kingpin, right? Because her whole life, that's been her uncle. She has his back, and she doesn't really think he's bad. But when she starts realizing he's actually the bad guy is when she has to make her transition, which is like, I'm guessing it's going to be during that time where Daredevil was taking him down that he runs into her like twice.
Yeah.
And then like, it's in that format, right? But like, I don't know, man. Like, it's going to be a hard sell because nobody really knows who Echo is other than if you've seen the Disney Plus shows, right? Like, that's kind of and then of course you read comics recently because even her character isn't like super big. I want to get your take on this. What do you think of Echo as a Marvel character? Like, what's your take on her character?
I don't care what anyone says, dude. She's really not that cool.
Okay, I just wanted to ask, and I'm not trying to dick it. I think it's cool. We got like an Indian character, and everybody's like, "Whoa, Native American." There's been millions, dude. Well, not millions, but there's like 8 other characters you could have cared about that came before her. But thank God you're in it now, I guess. But cool that you're in the trench.
Like, hey, man, cool. Yeah. Like, look, dude, representation out the fucking ears on this one, dude. Yeah. A limb, someone who's missing a limb, literally in real life, IRL, deaf, and Indian. That's the fucking trifecta.
Is that actress? Does she actually have an amputee?
Yeah, she's an actual amputee. I didn't know that.
I just thought she was deaf. So cool on her, fucking.
Yeah, no, dude, she's a legit amputee.
Oh, good shit, man. Well, fucking good on her for getting that kind of
the
role,
fucking
man.
Trifecta that Echo cool. is. They found her and they were like, "Oh, you used to be like perfect."
Yeah, I was like, "Do you do martial arts? That'd be great."
Do you? Yeah, do you do martial arts? Yeah, oh, you like, do kind of.
Yeah, she's like, "No, I do cross country." I was like,
CrossFit, cross country, perfect, cross platform. Let's go.
It just means you can move, and that's perfect. We can do the rest. Okay, so regularly the character itself is kind of mid, right? Like, just for your kind of take, like,
yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this, and I'm going to ask you this. I don't know if you're looking it up. Don't cheat the system, boy.
No. I'm just looking up the. I'm just looking up the Marvel characters actress.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, hey, what's up? Good to see you, Dante. Thanks for jumping in the comment section, like on What If. Okay, well, we're going to talk about that too, because I'm going to bring that up. But let me ask you guys, and this goes out to everybody in the comment section too. Like, if you read comics and of what you know, what do you know about Echo as a character? Like, where, because we know that Daredevil got his abilities like the Ninja Turtles, which they even gave inspiration from the Ninja Turtles or vice versa, right? which he was splashed with a bat of chemicals that then heightened in senses and made him a little bit more durable, almost like a super soldier serum. What do we know about Echo's origins? Like, what does she get her abilities from? Because she's able to like stand toe to toe with Daredevil.
I think they're kind of playing off like I said, I really don't know much about her character. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be one of the few characters that like I'm like, yeah. But the only thing that I could think of is that like one of her 5 senses has been taken away, so everything else is heightened. I don't know, maybe.
Okay, that's kind of like Bullseye, right? Bullseye like had like a nerve severed, and then he was able to, like,
but like his like he was already kind of above average, and then when that injury happened, it like switched something in his brain, and it and everything made sense.
In that circus too, he had some shit done to him, right?
I think so.
Yeah, he, like, do you remember that evil circus that he was a part of with like Ant-Man and like Hawkeye and shit? Like they had he had some shit done to him that was like, oh, we're gonna do some medical shit to you and like make your nerves tighter or something like that. It's always like
in Hawkeye that also kind of happened. Like they had like Hawkeye and his brother had things done to them to make them a little bit more superhuman.
Okay, so Oz in the comment section popped off and said that she apparently could use like mimic fighting abilities.
Like Taskmaster?
Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, like Taskmaster got that from like something also.
Yeah, no, his is artificial.
Yeah, he's like a mutant though or something, right? Like he has something, not like a mutant, but like he gets it like from like he already had a pretty good like ability of mimicking people, but then he had it like exposed to someone and then they like maximized it by doing tests on him or something like that.
Like, yeah, no, his like Taskmaster is artificially given that ability.
Yeah, like just almost the same way like with this chick, where it's like they had something, and yeah, but like but then again, like Oz says it too in the comment section. It's like, but there's no way that we believe that Echo is on his level, like of mimicry, right? Of Taskmaster, there's no way.
Yeah.
So what like.
Okay, so Taskmaster has photographic memory, and that's how he was able to like keep up with fighters before the like operation, whatever the thing happened to him that led to that. And basically what it did is like his photographic memory got turned into like photographic muscle memory. So like when he sees it, he's like he kind of like readjusts and he's like, okay, yeah, I can do that.
And if anybody needs to know, Taskmaster is made very prominent in the Spider-Man video games. He's also in the Deadpool series. He's literally all over the place. He was in Black Widow, the film, the villain, where they made him a female. The bad guy's main, the daughter of the bad guy. So if you guys need to look up who Taskmaster is, that's his character, who apparently has a power more significant, or if not stronger, than Echo's character. So other than that, the only thing that we know is that Echo's character just is that she's an amputee and she's a mute and she can do karate. And she has like some type of mimicking photogenic reflexes, yeah? Like other than that, she really doesn't have anything else. So like there's no way that she tanks Daredevil. Can we safely say that?
Yeah. Okay. So I kind of have like a little rundown on Echo's character in the show, not the comic books, but in the show. All right. Yeah, because I have a theory. Yeah, right. Okay, so like the rundown on her character is from the MCU is that she's a Native American deaf person who is the leader of the Tracksuit Mafia, right? This is like the name that other Hawkeye gave, or Kate Bishop gave to those villains, the dumb villains, in Hawkeye. Well, her name is Maya Lopez. Her father, William Lopez, used to actually be a mafioso who Ronin killed during the blip. So she, in turn, becomes a mafia leader herself, specifically to kind of find Ronin.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because he was taken out by a Ronin character, which was the guy, right? That was like the whole thing. But like, still doesn't justify her being able to tank Daredevil in a fight.
Oh, apparently, like a one leg and
Yeah,
not
and
being
being
able to hear
monster mod.
people gives you superhuman fucking powers or something.
Okay, you got to hear me out, dude, because I had a weird fucking theory. So, in the comic books, Echo's character goes as far as becoming the Phoenix Force. How that happens, yeah, look at Trigger. Trigger knows, dude, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But they give her the Phoenix Force, and I'm guessing it's because she's Native Americans. And if you go to a fucking Bucky's and you look up any kind of cool blanket with a Native American, there's always eagles in it. And these people were like, yo, bet she could control the Phoenix. You know what I mean? That's probably the fucking thought process. They're going to make her a part of Kahori's tribe, which they barely invented in What If recently. And then later on in Secret Wars, they're going to pass her the Phoenix Force of Jean Grey's. And she's going to be the person to rewrite the new universe.
That's stupid.
But you cannot tell me that doesn't sound like some shit, dude.
I don't know.
Dude, her at the end, arms expressed open, the girl from the television show Echo. Now she has the lines from the What If show. The Phoenix from Jean Grey from the Fox universe comes out. And now the universe
I'm about to disappoint a whole lot of people. I have not seen season 2 of What If.
Good. No, you're not missing much, dude. You're not missing much.
And I'm going to tell you this. As far as I'm aware, I haven't missed a fucking thing.
Okay. I you haven't seen it. I don't want to ruin anything.
Go ahead. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay. They introduce during the Spanish colonial times and during like the Spanish Inquisition or whatever, a Spanish cruise line comes in and takes over this whole entire like Native American area where apparently the Tesseract landed. So the Tesseract landed in like a lake area, and the lake that these people kind of are around. I'm sorry, Muse for sorry, Oz. I'll let you know. So spoiler, right? Spoiling it. They have like sacred waters. Just say sacred waters. That's like super Native American of us, right? Well, the Spanish colonial people come in, they attack these people. This chick jumps in the waters. It teleports her to a whole new realm of existence, like the Soul Stone, where a bunch of other Native Americans that have fallen in that water have survived immortality. They have literal psychic abilities and telekinetic abilities, and they run like Makari and the Eternals. Like, and they apparently like eat crystals for breakfast or some shit. It's really weird. It's really weird. You're like, that's hot.
That's hot, dude.
But apparently, the Spanish colonial people take over the tribe in the real world, and they go to the little cave that they find, and they find the sacred waters. The general sends the dudes in, and they all fall in. And they think they're all dead. Like the general thinks they're all dead, but they all fell into the universe. They all try to attack the tribe. This chick up in arms uses the special powers she just got 5 minutes ago that she now uses better than everybody else. All the people that live there for a million years. She then wipes those guys out, takes them all down, and the people then come up. She ends up going back to the real world to fight against the Spanish people that are taking over her tribe. She saves her people, but she's then overwhelmed. And then all of a sudden, all the tribes people that were in the waters in that universe, they all escape with her, and they're all in the forest, and they all have blue eyes, and then they like... Do you remember the Lord of the Rings when all the ghosts like fucking run out on the battlefield? That it was that scene with Indians, like just a bunch of native. Yeah, I can't even explain it, but blue, not green though. That's the easiest way I can explain it. And then they take them out, they come back, and then all of a sudden, like, yeah, you have a whole new race of Indian people that have like Tesseract powers. And then like the queen of whatever Spanish place they were at was like, well, we need to go back there and we need to apply dominance to these barbarians or whatever the fuck. And then a portal opens up and these people walk out and they're like, you ain't doing shit. Like, you ain't doing shit. And then they're like, who the fuck are you? You're witches or whatever. And then the chick like the Indian chick just drops him and she's like, yo, you're not going to do shit to our people. Like she drops the queen onto her knees or whatever the fuck. And like, it just explodes dominance and then goes back and beats the shit out of people for peace. I guess that's the easiest way to put it. But I'm guessing that what they're going to do is, since this character literally Echo has no powers and no connection to nobody, she's going to be a descendant of the Kahari tribe. and she's gonna have that Tesseract ability, and then that's what's gonna get her to get the Phoenix Force, because that's her biggest story in the comics.
Dude, but everyone's already said, like, all the showrunners, everyone's already said that, like, Echo is going to be a super street level.
No, they're not, dude.
Yeah, dude.
No, they're gonna. You watch. They're gonna tell people that because they don't want to fuck it up right now. Because if they were like, "No, Echo's gonna be amazing. Watch, she's gonna be like up there." People are gonna be like, "Why? Why the fuck are you gonna put her up so high? She's not even a real character in the comics."
Dude.
But dude, remember, look at what they got excited for Loki. What did they get excited for the Loki TV show? Oh, he's the god of stories. Oh, he's a fucking. Where the fuck did that come from? That was like 6 months ago in the comic books. That was never even established throughout the entire fucking comic book line of Loki. Like, but there it is. There it was. People were just like, "Oh, dude, I knew it, bro. Like, that's the greatest thing. He's the god of stories." And it's like, bitch, that's fairly new. Like, that's very infant stage in the comics for Loki to be at that level. Even the whole what is it? The Prime Avenger. You heard about that shit, right? The Avenger,
yes.
the Avenger Prime. You know this, yeah?
Avenger Prime, yeah.
Yeah. And how did you feel about that? You were kind of like, oh, okay. Like,
honestly, man, like a lot of these like extended stories and stuff like that, like I kind of take with like a huge grain of salt anyway. And like not because like it's bad story writing or anything like that, but it's just because like it's kind of one of those things where it's like what I've started to notice is that a lot of these things are slow burns and they take years to like develop. And so
like a good story, right? Like,
yeah. And like dude, Jonathan Hickman is the perfect example of that. Like Jonathan Hickman will write a story and he will write that continuous story for about 3 years, 3 to 5 years. And then he'll make it all make sense in that last 6 months.
Yeah, because all the Hickman story for Secret Wars came from the Fantastic Four series he wrote.
Oh, dude, I mean, well, that started with Avengers and New Avengers.
Yeah, well, that too, yeah. So, like, but it's one of those things, like, those stories are, like, they're very incubated, like you said.
Yeah, and that was, like, a 3-year long story. But that was, like, a 3-year long story.
But look at the thing that just happened. Like, Loki, the season drops, and apparently everyone clamors to the god of stories as being what he is now, when that's like, again, 1 year maybe at the max that it's been in circulation of comics. It really doesn't have any incubation in that storyline. So what does it matter? But the film will put it in there thinking it's a huge fucking thing, right? That's like, it's super crazy when they do that kind of stuff, where they just they shoehorn something like Miss Marvel. Like, dude, look at what they did with Miss Marvel in the show. They made her a mutant and then they wrote her as a comic book character mutant like 3 weeks later. Like, that was nuts, dude. And you saw the fan base and they were like, no, she's an Inhuman. And they were like, nah, you're a hater, bro. And it's like, no, like I'm the only person that reads this comic book. Like, no one else buys it. Like, why are you changing her a mutant? That doesn't make sense. I personally think, and I thought about this the other day and I was like,
dude, but that's the thing. She's a mutant Inhuman. That's what she is now. She's a mutant Inhuman.
But that doesn't make sense, though. Like,
oh, I'm aware. No, I'm tracking. Yeah, I'm aware.
You're like, I know. They don't kill her.
I know.
Church missed. Yeah, she dead. Yep. She dead.
Yep. Yeah, dude, you may as well just give her echo powers or some shit, dude. Fuck it. Like,
and I don't. And the thing is I don't want to sit here and say, Mary Sue or whatever the fuck. But come on, man. Like, I guarantee that's where it's gonna go, because we know that the Fox universe is coming to the universe. We know that they're probably because of Secret Wars, the comic. Someone is bringing the fucking Phoenix Force. Like, someone is bringing. It's either Cyclops or Jean Grey, which I'm
Daredevil.
guessing.
Sorry, no, not Daredevil. Sorry, Deadpool. Watch.
Well, no, but Jean Grey and Cyclops are gonna come in, and I'm guaranteed Jean Grey is gonna get fucking nuked, bro. Like, she's gonna get murked real quick, and then we're gonna get fucking Phoenix Force Cyclops.
Dude, what if we got Nathaniel Richards? Like a good Nathaniel Richards.
Shit, that'd be weird. But that'd be cool. I mean, yeah. They can give it to us. But we have to know that the Phoenix Force has to come, because they have to.
Well, dude, if that's the case, then just give me Rachel Summers. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, Hope or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give us something. But okay, but that's like not too far fetched, right? We're just trying to stay like street level. Because what does this matter? What does this Echo chick matter in the long run? We have
honestly, dude. Like, honestly, I think it's just a rebuild of like a street level like Avengers, kind of like a Defenders. And I think they're like it'll be a good start to that because we're gonna get we have She-Hulk, we have Daredevil, and now we're gonna have Echo. And then there's a possibility that like I was gonna say Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, but I doubt she's gonna get a TV show. You know, she's gonna be in New Avengers or Young Avengers or whatever the fuck she's gonna be in. You know,
Alana Volovovich or whatever. We have her. We have the new Scarlet Witch or whatever, the Black Widow.
Yeah, but even then, she's gonna be a Thunderbolt, dude. Like, watch.
Oh yeah. Oh, Miss Marvel. Fuck it. Just throw Miss Marvel in the bunch. Or we'll get Viv or something. Yeah, Vision or whatever.
Dude. Honestly, I would be okay with Miss Marvel.
Yeah, because she's practically a member all the time.
Yeah,
and we don't even have Amadeus show yet, so. But we have Scar or whatever, Scar or whatever. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Oh yeah, dude. And then there's that. You know. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
2 Hulks in one. Dumb. Crazy.
And just to let people know, we just found this out earlier that Marvel came out and explained that the Netflix series Daredevil is the Daredevil that's in the Echo series continuity wise.
Yes, making the Netflix series continuity like official MCU continuity.
Yeah. And we asked that a long time ago because the Netflix series wasn't allowed to use a lot of the background chatter to be in the universe, so they didn't.
There was only like 2 or 3 mentions, or 3 mentions
and stuff. So just letting people know.
I think they mentioned Thor. I think they mentioned the attack on New York and the Chitauri invasion and like one other thing, and then I think that was it.
So just letting people know, if you need continuity factors in the MCU, Netflix is officially a part of the MCU universe. So just letting you know that. So when you watch the trailer, Daredevil is wearing a red costume. He's not wearing the yellow one, which Triggs and I were talking about, that it's probably more than likely that that's going to be a flashback when he was in his red costume, because right now in She-Hulk, which is up to date because of the Hulk story with the son and going back to Sakaar for his son, that he's in the yellow costume as of right now in the MCU, right? So just letting that out there in case you're a continuity freak.
Yeah, and honestly, like it makes most sense that it will be a flashback, or even if that was done during the blip. Like, let's say that's done during the blip.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Maybe she was going around like doing some type of like anti-heroing injustices and stuff, going around doing justice shit. And Daredevil
no, dude, like, honestly, because like everything happened after the blip, right? Hawkeye takes place after the blip, which is where we first get our first introduction to Echo, where she turns her leaf, right? So what if Daredevil is actually stopping her from doing mafioso shit?
Maybe.
And that's the fight that you're seeing.
Yeah, because at the end of
let's say she's assassinating somebody or killing somebody, and he gets in the way of that. Yeah,
he steps in. Yeah, because at the end she shoots Kingpin in some way. Everybody,
she shoots him in the face, and then he has a fucking eye patch or whatever.
Well, we know that the camera like moves away and the gunfire, and we could just assume, and we don't know how durable Kingpin is yet in this universe.
Well, apparently he has an eye patch and he's pretty fucking durable. So
yeah, dude, they took a bullet to the fucking dome. He's
pretty
fucking dope. Yeah, he's pretty up there, man.
Yeah. So I mean, and he was chucking Kate Bishop, like fucking
nothing, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Took a whole
like ass sack car of potatoes. Remember? Yeah, like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, remember the whole ass car that snuck up on him, which is like, I don't know how a whole ass car sneaks up on anybody, but it did to him. It did to him.
It does to everybody else, dude. You know, like you always hear the
Metal Gear Solid BMW. They got that shit.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, dog.
But yeah, Echo seems pretty interesting. Can't wait. Looks pretty cool. I mean, good fight scenes. Can't wait. And it apparently drops like in 2 weeks.
It's gonna be Yeah.
All the episodes, aren't they? Like 5 episodes, 6 episodes, or some shit.
Yeah, I think they're dropping all of it, like all at the same time.
Can't wait. I hope Marvel.
And I think that's going to be the start to the binge where they're like, all right, dude, like this is like, give us the binge shit. Like stop with the fucking with the 1-2s.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And I think this is now they're finally listening to the fans, and I think they're going to drop everything all at once.
Yeah, because that was the cool thing about What If is they dropped an episode every day for that week.
Okay, see, but that's okay though.
Yeah,
like let's say they did that with Mando or something like that, or fucking Miss Marvel, whatever, dude. Loki, cool, dude. Fucking by all means, dog. Like, but you're getting people who are like coming in throughout the like weeks and stuff like that. Okay, cool. Like, hey, like, is it binge? Like, can I binge it now? Can I binge it now? Can I binge it now? All right, then let's fucking do it.
Yeah, I actually like that pretty well. So to hear that they're dropping it all, that's pretty cool too. And it'll be on Hulu and on Disney if I'm not mistaken. So if you have Hulu, like,
See,
I
dude,
guarantee.
fucking Aussie with the bin shit, dude.
Yep, straight up, boss, straight up. I'm one of those people that I've never been a fan of that, but knowing that it's gonna be on
I
Hulu,
don't
it's gonna be
I don't entirely mind it, but yeah, dude, like after a while, I'm kind of just like, dog, like you're only gonna give me 5-6 episodes anyway. What the fuck does it
And
matter?
I think that's where they've been losing a lot of their watchers too, with the week wait, and then it's like a disappointing episode, and yeah, so
Especially when it's only like 5-6 episodes, dog.
yeah, true. I think
Like this isn't like this isn't the Saturday morning cartoons where you have 24 episodes to like hold you over for like an entire season.
And stuff.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to say, I don't know if like there's a difference between Disney and Hulu. I don't know if they're going to be doing like rated R on Hulu or if they're doing like PG-13 on Disney. You might need to
Okay,
check
so
that out
no, yeah. So on Disney, you have to turn on the TVMA
for it to be allowed.
section to be able to view Echo or see Echo, very much like the Defenders and old school like Punisher and like basically Netflix continuity stuff.
Okay,
You have
so
to
that
turn
way you
on
guys
TVMA. Yeah, you have to turn on TVMA on your Disney app or however the hell you watch it on your settings. That way you can view that content, because if not, it will not show up for you.
Yeah. Alrighty. Cool. Well, you guys heard it here first, guys. Make sure you guys check, and we hope you guys enjoy it, and let us know what you guys think. Let us know in the comment section when you guys get to check it out, and tell us what you guys thought of the episodes, and we'll be covering it too. So onwards to our last part of the conversation. We got a couple more minutes left, and we got a good amount of talking time to talk about it. But we actually got some Star Wars news, being that we finally got a new director for the Rey-led film arc that's going to be coming out. This film is going to be mainly, it's not about the Skywalker saga anymore. It's going to be about Rey Palpatine, even though it's not a Skywalker story anymore.
But she calls herself Skywalker.
Yeah, we're going to be, fuck it. I think we're going to be tearing this bitch up for a minute. That's why I was like, I hope we get a good amount of time. I know you got to bounce out in a little bit, and we got a time critical situation, but I did want to bring this up. Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy is going to be the director. She's pretty much well known for a lot of, what is it?
That's what I said.
Styles? Well, documentary style stuff. And in current news, her name has come up very well, and a lot of people have been talking about her a lot because of some scenes that she said in certain interviews and stuff like that. But I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about these people coming in and yeah, man, how do you feel about the whole like things that this lady has said in the past couple of weeks and stuff?
First and foremost, dude, where the fuck is the hostility coming from? Like, oh man, I'm here to make men feel uncomfortable.
Proud,
yeah, like I'm here to like give us a new female lead, strong female lead. First of all, shut the fuck up. Question. Yeah, dude, like where is this coming from?
That's a good question.
Where is it that like we were like fucking dude, if it ain't a man playing it, it's trash. Yeah. It's fucking trash. Motherfucker, did you see the last season of Mandalorian? Half of that shit was fucking Bo-Katan anyway. Mm-hmm. Sit down. Your last trilogy was a strong female lead. Sit down. Even Luke Skywalker's sister, Leia, has been basically confirmed who is stronger than Luke. Mm-hmm. Sit down.
Like that's
sit down. Like where's this coming from? Why is it that like every time that like we have a new fucking like female presence, like come into the dude, because Brie Larson did the same thing and they ate her shit apart. Dude, they flamed her.
That's a really good point.
What is she doing in Marvel now other than being hated?
Yeah, that's a really, really good point. Like a lot of the times you always get these females that come in and they get these prominent, roles in filmmaking, right? They'll be told like they get a shot at directing, they get a shot at writing, they get a shot, and then they're always like, well, I'm going to be the first to do it. And it's like, but you're not though. You're not. There's been people before you that have done this. They may not be like a particular thing, but there has been people that have done this. And there's nothing wrong with that either. So
and I love what Alex said, dude. Like the last comment that was just on here. I mean, Alex said it, he's like, I don't mind female leads, but the way she introduced herself, screen failure. And it does, dude. First and foremost, you're a part of this. We're not a part of you. All right? Sit down. Yeah. Secondly, you're asked to be here. You were asked to be here. You can be replaced.
Yeah.
You are not expendable. Like you are not expendable. I promise you, they will find another. They can find another in a fucking heartbeat.
In a heartbeat, yeah.
Stay in your fucking lane, dude. And this isn't me saying this as like, oh man, like fucking patriarchy or anything like that. Like, no, dude, like, why? Why? What is the need for the hostility of like, I'm here to make men feel uncomfortable, bro?
And you know what's crazy, Tricks? Like you and I usually sit on the opposite side of these things. Like you're usually the person that's like, nah, dude, I'm all for it. Like let him. And then me, I'm usually the one that's real like harsh about this, right? Like I always stand up. And you know what's crazy
dude.
is like I'm very like I've been kind of like trying to analyze this on my own, right? Like I'm trying to really get into it.
Being objective is a little bit hard sometimes, and I get it.
Dude.
Yeah,
and you know what? Like it's crazy because like I see it, and I know it's because you're passionate. You know, you're like me. Like you want these to be successful because you know it's supposed to be successful. We're like 30 years into the development of a Star Wars movie, and these people are fucking up and telling us it's our fault.
Dude, we're in the 50 years. Yeah, 50 years.
Like, you would think in 50 years it would be perfected. It would be perfected.
Oh man, but yeah, dude, but you can't perfect greatness though, dude. Like
no, but they would at least have a format that they don't fall as bad as the last trilogies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, and I know what you mean, you know, and like from an objective standpoint, like you have to think about it because everything grows organically, right?
Yes.
You know, story like, and you and I said this off screen, dude, storytelling in itself has organically developed and evolved and has changed. That's not a bad thing. That is not at all a bad thing. The fucking Marvel franchise is testament to that.
Yeah, it's huge.
Is a testament
from like failure
to that exact point. Yeah. To that exact point. My issue is not with the story that's going to be told, but the person who's going to be telling it.
The arrogance.
Why do you need to be like that? That is unnecessary. That is unnecessary, and that is going to off-put and offset a lot of demographic that you should be fucking striving to have.
Yeah. That you shouldn't be isolated.
That's like this, not just being from a business perspective, or even me being as passionate as I am about Star Wars. That should be like an irrelevant fact or factor.
That should be a
but the fact that you have that she felt the need to introduce and conduct herself in that way. One, very unbecoming. Two, very stupid.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Like who the fuck are like who are you trying to flex on? Us? Trust me, you don't scare us. We've had 10, 15 years of trash Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like at this point now we expect it.
True. So I want to first talk about the things that she has come out and said publicly. Now, I want to make sure that we all understand that some of the things that people are claiming she said in the past. So, like, she is.
By all means, if what I'm reacting to is things she said in the X past, amount of years ago, then I will retract my statement. By all means, dude.
Now, the thing is that's the factor. Is there's two things. One of them is like you said, she did come out and say, it's about time that we've had proper female representation and a strong female lead in this franchise. She said that. And if she believes that, okay, but that's us as fans knowing she probably's never really seen the films or the series or anything like that, because we've had that before. I mean, we just had a prominent Ahsoka Tano series that was, of course, ran by a weird people, but like, again, a female director did it. And they did all right, but it wasn't all that great. But in the aspect of it too, like there was something.
Yeah, but it wasn't all that bad either.
Yeah, I mean it was all right. It was mid.
It was mid. You know, but it wasn't bad.
I think Oz said it earlier before, where he was like, "Was this the lady that said she likes to make men feel uncomfortable?"
Yes, it is, Oz.
So that is truly, she said that, but that was based on a conversation she had previously before the Star Wars franchise. She said that she's a prominent feminist. She stands for protest and female embodiment and stuff, which is great. That's all on her. But like, cool. They brought her in. She's friends with Kathleen Kennedy. She's a strong female independent creator and stuff like that. Props. If she can come out and give us a deliberate story, like there's no way that she's coming into this blind thinking she's going to make heads turn by saying, well, I'm going to make this all female. No men are going to be allowed.
Okay, you know well, cool. You also haven't won a single prominent award.
Yeah, they haven't won
ever. Yet, so. And the last time you won anything was in 2018. So
I mean, and not only that, Oz. Not only that, Rebel 1, right? Right.
or
Rogue One had a whole
Rogue One.
strong female lead. The whole fucking film was about the female character. Like, you know what I mean? And you knew the
Yeah,
character was gonna die.
just don't get me started on Rebel One, but yeah,
I know,
or Rogue One, but yeah.
I myself, I'm not like a really big fan of that series, but I can turn back and say like, okay, cool. Like I remember that series having a strong female lead, and a lot of people don't even remember it because to me, again, Rogue One was very mid tier film. But they still remember that it was a strong female lead, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Solo movie with what's her face's character, the girlfriend. You know what I mean? That whole thing, like she tore that shit up and she was like a double secret agent and did all this shit. And then she was like the crime syndicate leader. Like there is a plethora of strong female characters. In fact, the entire last trilogy's movies was all based on Rey. It wasn't based on Luke. It wasn't based on, well, practically on Leia also, but it wasn't based on Solo. There was nothing about it except those two characters mainly. Yeah, like I get it, man. Everybody wants to go out and make their mark, but I just feel like this person hasn't seen Star Wars. So, first, have you heard the synopsis of the story that they're going to be coming out with?
Don't care. I'd rather keep it fresh at this point, dude.
So I'll give you the breakdown of what I've heard.
Send it, full send.
Apparently, it's going to be the Jedi Academy run by Rey and what she feels the Star Wars Jedi Academy should be instead of Luke Skywalker. So, of course, like us as fans, remember the legend stories, and we know that Luke was supposed to start the Jedi Academy, which, of course, this movie, the trilogy that just passed, totally destroyed that. And we believe that Dave Filoni is going to.
They canonized, like I'm not tripping, right? And I know I've said this before, but they did canonize the Star Wars games, right? Cal Kestis.
Yes.
Yeah. That's canon.
Uh-huh.
Okay, then yeah, like 100% that can happen.
Yeah. So 100, like I think Dave Filoni is going to take from the last of whatever George Lucas had and make that movie, and then this person is going to take it in a whole new direction. And like we said on screen, it's not going to be based on the Skywalker saga anymore. Even though Rey was the last piece of the Skywalker saga, it's going to be about Rey Palpatine, who now calls herself Skywalker, even though it's not a Skywalker saga based on the history of the Skywalkers.
Dude, what a huge FU to Palpatine. Like the one family that he's been like trying to like foster and fuck with the whole, like for like 100 years. Finally, it's just like, yeah, dude, we're just gonna take your name too. Like we took your granddaughter, now we're gonna take your name.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
That's
I don't quite
dude.
understand it yet. The one that I was kind of upset about, which I mean I can't be upset yet, but I'm kind of upset, is the Alkalite summary. I don't know if you've heard of this yet, which is the equivalent. Do you ever see that trailer? I don't know if it's for the Old Republic or Old Republic 2. The video game that's with the twins, the boys that are fighting and they're training together, and then all of a sudden the boys like
that's like the old that's not the Old Republic. Yeah, that's the MMO.
They're pretty much doing that story, but they're changing it to females.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. And now they're like, oh, a good original story, and it's like, no, dude, that was a whole ass video game, bro. You're not gonna fuck with us, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a sick ass like reel. It was
a great video game. That trailer was off the chain, dude. That was probably one of the best cinematic things I've ever seen, except for the DC Universe Online.
I was too good at that game.
Yeah,
too good at that game. So good. Oh yeah, dude, DCUO, dude, I fucking tore shit.
But I tell people about the trailer, the main trailer where all the Justice League's fighting the fucking Legion of Doom. That one trailer that Superman's like at the sun and he fucking comes down and hits Licks. Like they even took that scene for the Man of Steel movie, dude. Or actually Justice League or whatever the fuck, the Batman, Superman, Doomsday or whatever. But with the current state of Star Wars and everything that you've heard, I know you're not really keeping up with it too much because it's just disappointing. But like, how do you feel, Triggs? Like,
I feel like I'm going back to my original mindset where I'm kind of just like, I need to let things play out for how they're going to, and stop giving myself false expectations, because that's what leads to larger disappointment than what I have. And when I can separate my expectations from what I'm receiving or what I'm getting, like I had zero expectations for Rebel Moon, zero. So that's why I'm not entirely like crushed
You're
by
not shitting on it, right?
Yeah, like I'm not just tearing it apart.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like it needs to be torn apart because like it wasn't the best thing ever.
It wasn't the best.
Like
it needs to be critiqued and reviewed so that way the person can fix their mistakes.
like when I say I need to be drunk to see this, I'm not saying this entirely to be negative. I'm saying this because like, dude, if you're gonna like for all the people who are 21 and over who watch our show, by all means, go get yourself some Trulies, some White Claws, some whiskey, vodka, tequila, whatever. Go watch this movie while you're consuming that. You're gonna have way more fun with that movie.
Yeah. Well, it's a good time movie, right? Like it's a feel good movie. It's just like one of those like throwaway, like you don't have to care. There's no investment. There's never been investment because we don't know what it's even about. Like it's fresh. But the thing is in the situation with Star Wars, it's not fresh. It's like fucking, like you said, it's 50 years old of material. Like, and I'm in this position where I'm so tired of getting directors that think they're bigger than the IP. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, it does. But that's also kind of like what I mean that like that expectation of having something a lot more grand than what we're getting. This is why I'm saying now, because there really is so much more material, let's let things play out a little bit further down, or have it come a little bit more to light instead of giving ourselves not just false hope, but a false expectation. Because that's what we do. We naturally do it to ourselves, not realizing that we have done it, and even sometimes mask it or lie to ourselves about no, I don't really have an expectation, but we really do. You know, now I really don't like. I'll kind of see how it plays out, but we really know how it's probably going to play out. With being like, I'm not going to say like 100% objective, but with being something a little bit more open to like, okay, dude, like I don't know what this is about. I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm going to see it, and I'm going to see where it does go once it's done. Yeah, once it's done, because. You and I being continuity, you know, like stickers. Very, very methodical.
Stickers,
we know where things can go, not where things should go.
Yeah. And I was just going to ask you that real quick. I with what we've said and what we talked about, where the race series is possibly going to go, as a fan, what's something that you would like to see them explore?
Honestly, dude, I would love to see her track down Cal Kestis. And that be the first movie,
story, right?
That like, why not delve into that? Have her track down Cal Kestis. Have like a good little fight scene. He sees that her lightsaber's, you know, orange or something like that. She sees that it's blue, and she's like, "Oh, blah blah blah." And he's like, "Are you like
what is she?
And like an amber or like an amber? Right? Yeah, a sentinel.
Yeah, sentinels. Yeah, she had a sentinel's colored blade.
Yeah, so it's an amber blade.
I wonder if they're still going to go with that, like the colors factor.
Yeah. And so that's why, like, you know, they see each other's lightsabers. They have like a small fight, a little skirmish or something like that. He's like, what do you want? Like, are you like a new kind of Sith or something? And she's like, no, like, I'm trying to rebuild like the Jedi Academy or something like that. And so
him
like,
be like that one, like stoic Jedi.
Yeah, dude. Like, why not play on that? You know what I mean? That would be great. That would be great.
And like, I guess like the story would kind of concept to be like, there would be some kind of factor of like radicalists that have like embodied like the concepts of the Sith, but they don't like, or
even like some like down and out stormtroopers who've been true brainwashing, like have to, you know, hold on to the Empire or something.
Which was kind of similar to like the Ahsoka series, right? Like they had those guys that were like, they were the ones that were like real like Zionists in that situation, right? Yeah, that's a good point. That's really cool. Yeah, I can see that being a thing where like she's out there kind of like, yes, reestablishing the Jedi Academy, but also like not hunting down, but trying to find like the rest of them, like to bring them all together. I can see that.
That's because Cal Kestis in the second one kind of like throws away the list. Like he's like, I don't want to know. That way I can't find them. Or something along those lines, or he has it, or he's given it to somebody else, or he's hidden the list from himself so that he can't like find them either, so that nobody can find them.
Well, that would be like he throws him away and then someone picks him up. And then later on, when the Rey, like 10, 15 years down the road, is establishing this like Jedi Academy, they're like, I found this in my journeys. It was dropped by a Jedi that's out there somewhere. And then that starts the whole like embarkment, right? The only other thing that I would kind of like to see is Maz Kanata. When she talked about how she got the lightsaber, she never established it. How she got Luke's or Vader's lightsaber, Anakin's no, Luke's, right? Yeah, it was Luke's. That's the one. That's the one I would like to see. So other than that, yeah, man. Guys, what do you think? Are you excited for the Star Wars Rey series that's going to be hopefully coming out soon? Are you excited? Are you excited for the concept of the director saying that we need a strong female lead? Are you against it? Let us know in the comment section. Let us know in our comments during the week. Guys, messages, DM us, talk to us during the week, and let us know what you guys are expecting. Triggs, what anything going on this week for you, man? Anything exciting?
Saturday I have a private event that I'm going to be doing over at my bar, so my bar will be closed Saturday. But Thursday, Friday, those days are good to go. You can come see me 6 to midnight.
Excellent.
Making beautiful cocktails. Giving some good laughs.
Excellent, man. Well, like I said, Triggs, it's always a pleasure. I know you're a busy man, so it's good to have you back on the show. Appreciate you. Brian, if you're out there, we miss you, man. We hope you're doing good. We hope you're enjoying 2024. Enjoy that game. And everybody that's out there, we appreciate every one of you for joining us here on Sunday night now, here with the Average Boys Podcast. Like I've said before, and I'll say it again, try to see if you can find us on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, anywhere you guys go to for anything app-wise. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share. Tell your friends. Anything that they need that's going to be nerd-wise, come by, tell them to come visit us here on the podcast. We appreciate every one of you. We hope you have a great work week. Thank you for joining us here Saturday night, and we appreciate you. Have a good night, and we'll see you guys again here next Sunday on the Average Boys Podcast. Laters. Have a good one.